Uh, come in, come in. Take a seat. Sarah, is it? What are we doing today? Hi, yeah, I just need my prescription renewed, the real, and I'm nearly out. Ah, Ritalin. How long have you been on it? About 18 months, maybe a bit longer. Who prescribed it originally? Dr. Osmond, but he's not. He moved practices, so I was told to come here. Right, I got your file open. Any side effects? Not really. I mean, I sleep a bit less than I used to, but yeah, that's common. And it's working for you? You're finding it helpful? Yes, mostly. Although lately I've been wondering if the dose is still right because I've noticed what dose you on currently? 20 milligrams twice a day. And that's what Dr. Osman had you on from the beginning. He increased it about 6 months in. I started on 10. I'm going to have to have a look at the original documents because I can't renew these. Stimulants are Schedule 8. I can't just script them without documentation. Oh, okay. What do I need to get to you? You'll need to contact Dr. Osmond's practice and have them send through the psychiatrist assessment. Once I have that, then I can review it. And how long does that take? Depends on the practice. Could be a few days, could be a week. Leave your details with reception. Uh, I only have about 4 days of medication left. Is there any way to? I understand that's inconvenient, but I can't prescribe SAID medication without the supporting documentation. I'm sorry, it's a regulatory requirement. It's not personal. Right, no, I get that. I just Okay, thanks. Ah, come in, Sarah. What are we doing today? Hi, Dr. Chen. I need a prescription renewal for my stimulant medication. I'm on dexamphetamine, 20 milligrams twice daily, prescribed by Dr. Osman, who's moved practices. I've got about 4 days left, and I have a couple of things I'd like to make sure we cover before we finish. Is that okay? Of course. Let's start with the script. How long have you been on it? 18 months. Started on 10 milligrams, increased to 20 about 6 months in. Dr. Osmond did the original assessment. I've already contacted his previous practice this morning and they're sending through the documentation. I've asked them to mark it urgent given the timeline. Good, that's helpful. Any concerns with how it's been working? Mostly well, but that's actually one of the things I wanted to raise. Over the last 6 weeks or so, I've noticed that the afternoon dose isn't holding the way it used to. I'm losing focus earlier than I was, and I wasn't sure if that's something that we should look at adjusting or whether it is more likely something else going on. That's worth noting. It could be tolerance, could be timing, could be other factors sleep, stress, diet. Has anything changed in the last 6 weeks? Well, work's been significantly more demanding, later nights. I did wonder if that was part of it. Almost certainly contributing. Now, before we look at adjusting the dose, I'd want to rule out whether optimizing sleep and managing the workload might shift things first. Are you open to tracking that for a few weeks? Yes, completely. That makes sense. Can I ask, what would you be looking for before considering a dose change? I want to make sure what I know that what I need to watch for. Good question. I want to know whether that gap is consistent, whether it's getting worse and whether it's affecting your work or just annoying you. Keep a rough log, even just notes on your phone when you feel it dropping off and what the rest of the day looked like. Got it. And my other question, given that Dr. Osman's documentation might take a few days to come through, is there anything we can do to bridge the gap so I don't run out before you've had a chance to review my documentation? Yes, I can issue a short script, enough to cover a week, noting in the file documentation has been requested. It's not ideal without the full assessment, but given you have an existing prescription history, I can make that call. I'll do that now. Thank you. That's really helpful. And one last thing, and this is probably more of a paperwork question. Do I need to register with your practice formally, given that Dr. Osman's file is being transferred, or does that happen automatically? I leave your details with reception and they'll handle that. I'll flag your file to note the incoming documentation so nothing gets missed. Perfect. And just so I'm clear, once the documentation arrives, you'll be reviewing it and I'll hear from the practice, or do you need me to contact you? Correct. Should be straightforward given the history. If there's anything in the assessment that raises questions, I'll give you a call directly. Great. Thank you. I really appreciate you taking the time. Same appointment, same doctor, same problem, but three differences. She stated the facts up front: medication name, dose, timeline, and the documentation problem before she was asked. Now, that gave Dr. Chen something to work with instead of having to extract it piece by piece. Second, she named her second concern clearly and specifically. Not, I've been wondering if the dose is right, but the afternoon dose isn't holding the way it used to, and it's been 6 weeks. Precision, no apology, no softening. And she asked ahead, not what do I do if I run out after she's already panicking in the car park, but what can we do about the gap while she was still in the room where the solution lived? This is not about being difficult. Dr. Chen wasn't difficult either time. The system is under time pressure, and that is not going to change. What changes is how prepared you are to use the time that you have. That is health advocacy, a communication skill, not a confrontation. I'm Dr. Chen, medical longevity strategist. Link is in the bio if you need some help with health advocacy.